When I was going to Tanzania, it was a foreign place for me initially, and I was anticipating dealing with foreign issues. But what I found when I was there was that many of the issues that I was engaging with were very relatable within the Canadian context. I think that goes to show how interconnected issues are, and how important it is to work internationally with partnered organizations in addressing these sorts of issues.
I went over there, expected, okay, I'm going to feel like this, and this, and it didn't ever happen the way that I expected it to. There was lots of frustration and questions and writing things down frantically, trying to make sense of it all, and when I came back, it wasn't until I really talked to someone about it that I was able to realize, and they said, well, that sounds a lot like culture shock. And I said, oh my God, it did happen. I just didn't, it happened in such a way that I had no idea.
Before I came here, I had the impression Canada was a very homogeneous society. I came here and realized that it is probably far more diverse than I ever imagined it could be. And I'm also quite intrigued by how that diversity is handled, how it's celebrated, it's acknowledged, and it's treated as a fundamental part of the society. I think that has been very fascinating for me.
En fait, l'Inde, en général, c'est vraiment un milieu riche en expérience. C'est totalement différent. Il y a tellement de gens, il y a tellement de diversité, de détails, de couleurs, de langues et différents langages. On change de ville, différentes religions, différentes traditions. Aussi des gens, justement, d'avoir développé cette plateforme-là. Et surtout, c'est des gens, en fait, qui sont spécialisés dans les technologies de communication et qui n'ont pas nécessairement pas d'expérience, mais une formation en santé. Mais pourtant, les enjeux de santé ils ont une compréhension tellement incroyable des enjeux de santé, des enjeux éthiques, donc des enjeux de genre. Donc j'ai tellement appris et je voyais aussi l'interdisciplinarité, comment ça peut, ça enrichit dans le fond toute l'intervention.
On that flight, I was like, you know, I know everything. I'm at the PhD level, I have 3 other postgraduate degrees, I'll be good. And I'll be very frank, within 48 hours at my internship, I got really truly humbled. Because the amount of knowledge and the experiences that people around you have, and the idea that there's so many more to learn in life, that it's not as simple as you think, that there is multifaceted approach to many different problems. For me, that's one of the things I will always reflect on. It's sort of engraved in my head now. I had the privilege of traveling as also a Queen Elizabeth Scholar to Johannesburg and seeing the social enterprise that's going on in communities and the importance of community involvement and engagement. That's another lesson I didn't know before doing this Queen Elizabeth Scholarship.